in this, the third reflection of this spiritual aloneness for vowed and promised celibates, we turn to the Lord as we pick up the Pope's recent encyclical, Dilexit Nos, which is on the Sacred Heart of Jesus, a lovely topic. Before we do that, let's take a moment that our hearts might really be open to the Lord and to the words that Pope Francis offers to us. Pope Francis writes, imagine that moment, that encounter between your eyes and those of Jesus. If Jesus calls you and summons you for a mission, he first looks at you, plumbs the depths of your heart, and knowing everything about you, fixes his gaze upon you. What a beautiful expression. Not so much to focus on this mission, although that is born from this gaze, but rather how that gaze of Christ is so all-knowing that he understands us. He plumbs the depths of our hearts. And sometimes we want to keep our hearts hidden from the Lord. We don't want him to see the depths of our heart, but he sees right through us. And in our vows and in our promises of celibacy, we can allow the Lord, who is the only really deeply significant person to us in this special relationship, to know all that we are. That knowledge, we long to have somebody share it and know it and appreciate and accept us even as we are. And so this gaze of Christ, which is the beginning of our lives, that God first thought of us, that we entered into the mind of God, and then God, as we came into this world, gazed upon us, loved us, continues to love us, and awakens within us through his gaze a longing to gaze back into the eyes of Jesus. And so as this little reflection hopefully leads to a deeper prayer for you, a deep prayer following this time, may the gaze of Christ be met by your gaze. And may your gaze looking at Christ be met by Christ's gaze. And in this interchange of loving looks, may you be drawn in your heart to spend a beautiful moment with the Lord, feeling, sensing, appreciating a love that is so deep that words cannot convey it.